So very good morning students. So welcome back to the first year physics. In this first year physics actually we started a new chapter that is about a system of particles and rotational motion. In this system of particles and rotational motion, say we are discussing about a system of particles. The system of particles are nothing but a center of mass, and in the previous class we discussed about a center of mass properties, and it is a related to the one dimensional, the position of center of mass also we started. If the system of particles, if system contains a particles, so where will be the position of center of mass? That actually we started in the previous class only. Now let we know about a one dimension. In the previous class we discussed about a position of a center of mass if in a one dimension. In a one dimension, nothing but along a straight line. For a straight line that consists of n number particles. So for that n number particles, the center of mass position will be xcm because it is along a x axis. So that the x axis is equal to xcm is equal to, for a two particle system, m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2. Now in this case, in this one dimension, let us about a shifting the origin. Suppose the origin is shifted. Sir, when the origin shifted to m1 particle, m1 mass, if the origin shifted to m1 position, therefore the origin shifted to m1, then it is becomes x1 is 0 because if the origin is contains a 0 comma 0. Then in the previous class, once you check the notes, in that x1 is nothing but we can say it is a d1 or it is x1 position for the m1 particle, but now the position of origin shifted to m1 particle. For that x1 is equal to 0. For that x1 is equal to 0. And here x2 will be what happens, the distance between the two particles, no, that is equal to d actually. But the origin shifted to m1 particle, so that the x2 will be is equal to d. Now xcm is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2. In this xcm is equal to m1 of 0 because x1 is 0 plus m2 d2 because x2 is equal to d2. Therefore xcm will be m2 d by m1 plus m2 when the origin shifted to m1 place. Suppose in this second case you take case 2. Suppose the origin shifted to m2 particle. Suppose if the particle is m2 here, no, so that it is shifted to m2 particle, then x2 we can say 0 and m1 is like this. There it is to be x1 is equal to we can say d. And in this case, when origin shifted to m2, no, then you write again xcm is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2. So when origin shifted to m2 particle, at that particle x2 is 0. So xcm is equal to m1 x1 will be d plus m2 x2 will be 0. Therefore m1 plus, then xcm is equal to m1 d by m1 plus m2. So this is will be xcm when origin shifted to m2 particle. And the third case, if origin shifted to center of mass position. Now let us the position will be, that is xcm is equal to 0 and this particle is m1 and this particle is m2. So from this you say x2 it is, we can say d2, and this is we can say x1 is equal to d1 it is. From the origin it is. Again you write a xcm, here it is m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2 here. So x1 will be, here actually we can say it is in the negative x axis, no, we can take a minus d, that is x1 is equal to you say minus d1 because it is negative x axis represented. There is an origin, no, this is we can say positive and this is we can say negative. So here xcm is, of course it is 0, you substitute, then it is equal to m1 minus d1 plus m2, x2 will be d2 by m1 plus m2. Now this m1 plus m2 you take this side, therefore 0 into m1 plus m2 becomes 0. 0 is equal to minus m1 d1 plus m2 d2. Therefore m1 d1 is equal to m2 d2. This is the final expression. Actually we started from there only. In the previous class, once you check, we started from m1 d1 is equal to m2 d2, or we can also write here md is equal to constant. Therefore m inversely proportional to d. That's what here. You remember center of mass position. Center of mass position is, it is independent on reference frame, and it is depend on only mass of the body, and it is only depend on the system of particle or distribution of particle, but it is independent on reference frame or independent on coordinate system. It is only depend on mass of the particle, or it is only depend on it is distribution of particles. That's what here we can say conclusions in case of a one dimension to be like this. In case of a one dimensional first case, when origin shifted to m1, when origin shifted to m2, when origin shifted to xcm. If it is shifted, the center of mass position depends on only mass of the body and distribution of particle, not depend on the I mean to say coordinate system, not depend on the coordinate system or reference frame. That's what we can call it is related to the center of mass. I mean to say in case of a one dimension to be like this. Clear? So you go through that all. So which was there in the in our materials or in our textbooks, right? It is about a in case of a one dimension. In case of a one dimension, these are the examples related to like this, right? Suppose now I will tell you about a in case of a two dimension. Sir, what will happen when two dimension? If I take a two dimension in the sense is plane. For the plane, so it is only one dimension. That's what you say, along a line, along a straight line, along a line. Now let us will go for the position of center of mass in case of a two dimensional plane. Side heading will be position of center of mass in case of a two dimensional plane. See, in case of a two dimensional plane, 2D. See, in case of a 2D, what will happen? The position of center of mass. See, you take a plane, in a plane x, y. So the plane is consist of a n number particles. N number particles. That's what again you take only two particle system. For two particle system, see one particle of mass is m1, see which is located from the x axis at a distance is x1. From y axis it is located at distance is y1. Like you take a another particle of mass is m2. See, let us you say m2 particle, it is m2 located from the x axis at x2, and from y axis you say it is y2. Like for two particle system, for this two particle system, maybe center of mass position, the position of center of mass may be for this two particle system, it may be from x axis it is at xcm, and from y axis you say it is a ycm. This is the center of mass position for two particle system. Center of mass position for two particle system. So let us directly you take for two particle system, for two particle system. So for that what happens? xcm is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2. Of course it is. Directly we can. For two particle, and for ycm also, right? Because it is consist of a two coordinates. X axis is one coordinate, y axis another coordinate. So that you write here m1 y1 plus m2 y2 by m1 plus m2 like this. So there are two coordinates xcm and ycm. So we can write here xcm comma ycm are like this. So sometimes he may ask you distance of center of mass also, he may ask you. Distance of center of mass we can take like this. Suppose little you change the position like this, okay. It is an I mean to say x1 particle position, this is the m1. So distance of center of mass from the origin. So from the origin if he is asking, therefore you take like this, from the origin you draw a line, it is a distance, right. So that it is like a Pythagoras we can take. It is a xcm position and it is a ycm. It is parallel to the y axis and it is parallel to the x axis. So that according to the distance of center of mass, distance of center of mass from the origin we can. So here it is apply Pythagoras, that is d square is equal to xcm square plus ycm square. So that d is equal to root over xcm square plus ycm square. It is for in case of a two-dimensional plane if two particle system. See, actually I'll tell you one thing, this plane is contains n number of particles, no? So that you write it for n particle system, xcm is equal to, we can take m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus and so on mn xn by m1 plus m2 plus and so on up to mn is the particles for n particle system. See, if I take a ycm, that is m1 y1 plus m2 y2 plus so on mn yn by m1 plus m2 plus and so on mn. For n particle system, it is to be xcm and ycm like this. It is in case of a what? In case of a two-dimensional plane. Sir, suppose in case of a three-dimension, sir, what will happen? Three-dimension is nothing but it is consist of a three axis. One is a x-axis, one is a y-axis, another one is the z-axis. That is in the space. We can say three-dimension plane in the sense is a space. So the three-dimension is nothing but a very simple. We should write the three coordinates. One is x-coordinate, one is y coordinate and one more is a z coordinate. That is for three-dimensional plane, position of center of mass will be for xcm is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus and so on up to mn xn by m1 plus m2 plus and so on up to mn. And you take a ycm also, that is m1 y1 plus m2 y2 plus and so on up to mn yn by m1 plus m2 plus and so on mn. And it is a ycm and s, and zcm also we should write, because it is nothing but a what? It is the three coordinates. In a space we will get the three coordinates. So that you say zcm will be m1 z1 plus m2 z2 plus and so on mn zn by m1 plus m2 plus and so on up to mn. So the coordinates are xcm comma ycm comma zcm. Again the distance of center of mass, distance of center of mass from the origin is asking from the origin. So d square is equal to root, or you say directly d is equal to root over xcm square plus ycm square plus zcm square. This is the distance of center of mass from the origin. See, one is a two-dimensional plane and a three-dimensional plane. Three dimension is nothing but it is consist of a three coordinates xcm, ycm, zcm. In case of a two dimension, it is consist of only two coordinates xcm and ycm. And distance of center of mass for the case of a two dimension, root over xcm square plus ycm square. In case of a three dimension, the distance of center of mass will be root over xcm square plus ycm square plus zcm square. So like this we have for the two dimensional and three dimensional cases. Let us, on this basis, actually we have one problem for the two dimensional case. Suppose there is a one problem is given, which is very important for IPE. Actually from this chapter we will get the two 4 marks questions and one short very short answer. One short very short answer, two short answers they will ask you in the final examination. In this I will tell you first problem related to the two dimensional plane. The position of center of mass we have to find. So there is a question is given, one problem. See, it is a example problem. So the problem will be given like this. See, three particles of masses, m1 is equal to 1 kg, m2 is equal to 2 kg, m3 is equal to 3 kg, which are located at the corner of an equilateral triangle. There are three particles of masses. You take m1 is equal to 1 kg, m2 is equal to 2 kg and m3 is equal to 3 kg, which are located at the corner of equilateral triangle. Equilateral in the sense is each side is equal to, you take as a 1 meter. The distance between the two particles are you take as a 1 meter. This is given as like this equilateral triangle. See, here they are given like this, right? And here in the question only is given 1 kg you take as an origin and 2 kg on the x-axis and third particle is taken at the third corner. That is 3 kg is taken at the third corner of the equilateral triangle. Once again I will tell you the question. three particles of masses 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, which are located at the corner of an equilateral triangle. And the question only is given like this: 1 kg is at an origin, and the 2 kg it is on the x-axis, and the third, that we can say third particle is at the another corner. So that you use that information, you put the particles of masses like this. See, it is like given like this now. It is, we can say, origin. At this is given as 1 kg, of course, and on the x-axis is given m2 is equal to 2 kg is given, and last corner, that is the third corner, is given as 3 kg. So now there is a 3 particle system it is. So that we should get the xcm and ycm, because it is a plane, no? In a plane it is x and y axis. So that we should find a x coordinate, comma y coordinates, question mark. Where will be the position of xcm? Where will be the position of ycm? Now let us, there is a 3 particle system, no? Therefore our formula becomes like this: xcm is equal to, it is contains a 3 particles, no? You write like this. So by m1 plus m2 plus m3 it is, and here ycm becomes, it is m1 y1 plus m2 y2 plus m3 y3 by m1 plus m2 plus m3. See, now we should get xcm, ycm. Before xcm, ycm, we should know the x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. That's what x1, x2, x3 is there, you know, in the formula, and as well as in ycm, y1, y2, y3 is there. These 3 coordinates we have to find. See how we'll get the coordinates. I'll tell you. It is an origin, no? Of course, origin is nothing but a 0, 0. This is nothing but a what? 0, 0 is nothing but x1, y1. x1, y1 is over, and it is an equilateral triangle, no? You say 1 meter, it is given as 1 meter. So that this particle at a distance of 1 meter, no? You say 1, of course there is no y, you say 0. So that it is x2, y2. x2 value will be 1, y2 value will be 0. But we don't know this third particle located. We don't know the third coordinate x3, y3. This we have to get. Sir, how will get this x3, y3? Suppose you draw a from the center like this. So this is becomes 1, no? In this 1 is nothing but it is half. So that this line indicates a y-axis and this line indicates a x-axis. So that in this 1/2 is the x3. It is almost a parallel x-axis, no? But we don't know this line length or height of this. Now we should find this height. So you take it is a origin O, this is A, and it is B and C. From this triangle, look at A, C, B is the triangle. This is we know 1 meter, and this is we know 1/2, but we don't know this height. Use a Pythagoras and get a y3 value. So now I am finding the y3 value by using the triangle. From triangle you take ACB. So that, tell me the Pythagoras, that is AB square is equal to, you say BC square plus it is AC square. So AB is nothing but you say 1 square, BC you say it is 1/2 whole square, plus AC is nothing but you say that we have to get 1 is equal to 1/4 plus AC square, because we should get the AC is nothing but a y3, no? y3 it is. So that here 1 minus 1/4 is equal to AC square here. So 3/4 is equal to AC square, then AC is equal to √3/4. So that it is √3/2. This is you say y3. Now we know y3 particle also. So here right here √3/2. Once look at the question. Say the 3 particles which are located 3 corners of equilateral triangle, that is m1, m2, m3, and now we know the coordinates x1, y1 0, 0, x2, y2 that is 1, 0, x3, y3 1/2, √3/2. Now we know the 3 coordinates. Now this all values substitute in the xcm and ycm. Then what will happen? That will check. Let us first of all you take xcm is equal to m1 x1. What is m1? You say 1 into x1 is 0 plus what is m2? 2 into x2 is nothing but a 1 plus m3 3 into 1/2 by 1 plus 2 plus 3. So xcm is equal to 1 into 0 0, 2 plus 3/2 by 6. So XCM is equal to, you take an LCM, that is 4 plus 3 by 2 into 6, 7 by 12. So XCM is equal to 7 by 12. The position from the x-axis, that is to be 7 by 12. It is at a distance of 7 by 12. Now you get a same way YCM also. So YCM is M1 Y1 plus M2 Y2 plus M3 Y3 by M1 plus M2 plus M3. In the same way, substitute all values, whatever the coordinates Y1, Y2, Y3 is there. So here YCM is equal to, that is M1 is nothing but a given as 1. Y1 is 0 plus M2 is nothing but it is 2, again 0. M3 is given as 3 into Y3 is root 3 by 2 by that is 1 plus 2 plus 3. So YCM is equal to 0, 0. This is 3 root 3 by 2 into 1 plus 2, it is 6. So 3 ones, 3 twos. So that is root 3 by 4. Root 3 by 4. So this is will be like this, right? This is will be, YCM will be like this. That is YCM is equal to, which we can say root 3 by 4 like this. So now we know XCM. Therefore the final conclusion we can take like this. That is to be XCM comma YCM, which is equal to 7 by 12 comma root 3 by 4. So this is the about in case of if three particles of masses which are located at the three corner of an equilateral triangle like this, therefore the position of center of masses will be XCM comma YCM will be 7 by 12 comma root 3 by 12. It is a one problem which is very important for 4 marks. This question related to 4 marks. So this is very important. Once refer everyone and without fail you do it this question. Right? In the same way, in our material also there is another problem is given. I'll tell you that problem number also. Suppose you do that problem. So same problem, same, but the numbers are different. Numbers are given different. Otherwise, I'll also explain you, no problem. So before I'll tell you the page number and the question number I'll tell you. If possible, then you do it. Otherwise, I'll tell you. Yeah, page number 153. So example question 153 page number, example problem number is 1. Everything is same, just simple changes are given. That is, here in this problem 3 particles of masses 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg is given. But in our textbook problem, example problem, which is given as first mass is 100 grams, here 100 gram is given. Second is 200 gram and third is second is 150 gram, third is 200 grams are given, which are placed at the corner of an equilateral triangle. So the triangle each side is given as 0.5 meter, that is 1 by 2 is given. The total length is given as 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. And here origin is taken as 100 grams, on the x-axis is taken as 150 gram and the third is taken as the 200 grams at the third corner. Question everything is same, the method also same. We should get first x1 y1, then after x2 y2, then after x3 y3. Just a simple change, here 100 grams, 150 gram, 250 gram. x1 comma y1 is 0 comma 0, in this no change. But x2 is x2 y2 is, here it is 1 by 2 comma 0, or you say 0.5 comma 0. What about the third corner? Yes, of this we have to get, because it is half, no? 1 by 2 comma 2, that is we can say 1 by 4 we can take. Of course, we can take as a 1 by 4 here, or else 0.5 no total, in that half you take, that is 0.25. So that here you write x3 will be 0.25 and y3 we have to get, this length we have to get by using the Pythagoras same method. So this is the problem which is given in our material, which was very important problem. That's what I am telling you. Very important. So you do it, otherwise I'll tell you in the next class also, no problem. Suppose you try it. If you try, then I'll tell you in the next class. This is the related to two-dimensional plane problem. Like this we have the problems on the basis of a two-dimension in case of a center of mass. Position we have to find. The position of center of mass. It is the position of center of mass. So this is the today's class. Thank you very much. We will see in the next class with the example problem only. If you do, suppose you do, otherwise I'll tell you in the next class. Thank you very much.